Like there was no good Nazi and bad Nazi and moderate Nazi and extreme Nazi. There's no good Taliban and bad Taliban. I'm sure our Kamran Shafi agrees with that. Also, Mr. Shafi, people want to know, will this change Pakistan's mindset? You know, this whole situation of denial. Denial towards terror groups. Denial towards patronizing the Taliban. What do you think?
There shouldn't be denial. We should not be in denial. No country should be in denial. We must look, as I've said often in what I write and what one has said on television, not I, but many others like I, have said this. They said we've got to clean our own house. Yes, we have a problem with the Taliban. But let me just correct your last gentleman. There are some, very few, I say again, good Taliban. When we say Taliban, we lump them all into the extremist category. And yes, it is true, and everybody knows that these extremist Taliban were used as proxies. We know that, and that has to stop. And I think the state of Pakistan has understood that, which is why you got this whirling dervishes thing, as I wrote. But remember again that this is a civilian government, a civilian elected government that did it. So therefore, it is this government that needs the support not only of India, which is our next door and large neighbor, our big brother, I would say, but the rest of the world. And what has to be done is that the mistakes that the Bush administration made, which was to deal with the military dictator against the people of the country, should stop. And the dealing should be with the civilian elected government, and good will come. And let me here immediately say that just as India announced, quite charitably I would say, some days ago, that there was no quarrel that the Indian state had with the ordinary Pakistani people, I can assure you, the ordinary Pakistani people have no quarrel with the state of India, not whatsoever.
Well, Kamran Shafi, at a more personal level, I just want to share with you, and I'm sure many viewers watching you today will share with you, their appreciation for the kind of moderate, extremely sensible line that you're taking. I can't resist but pay you that compliment on air. And anyone who wants to see Kamran Shafi's line can go to don.com and read his piece, which also makes so much sense.
Right, but Alexander, coming to you, do you really see this peace deal lasting? Because efforts have been made in the past and those deals haven't really stood the test of time. Also, an extension of the argument that was already on, would this have happened without the tacit understanding of United States?
I think that this kind of so-called peace deal could be quite short-lived. And the reason I say this is because the so-called Taliban, and we all know that there are different levels of Taliban-type actors, but the tide can change very quickly, and even within the Taliban leadership, there is competition. And as we've seen with Sufi Mohammed and Mullah Fazlullah, you know, there's clearly some kind of tension there. So there's the possibility that the peace deal could get subverted by the hardliners infiltrating